Hello, I'm Robin and welcome to this update on Synth East as the sun comes pouring through the window and the builders outside are knocking up a house next door. I can tell you that exciting things have been happening in and around Synth East. Now Synth East, in case you don't know why on earth you're watching this video, is an awesome synthesizer event that's taking place over the weekend of the 23rd, 24th and 25th of February in Norwich. Oh yes, it's going to be exciting, it's going to be extraordinary, and I just wanted to update you on where we are, what's going on and what perhaps you could expect. Now the first thing to say is that Friday night is now completely sold out. Good lord. How about that? That's quite exciting. So yeah, Friday night, that's when we're seeing the Molten Subotnick documentary. Anna Buxton is interviewing Steve Davis, and we're having some lovely music from Luke Sanger. That is Friday night. That is all gone. You can't get to that. If you've tried to get to that, I'm very sorry. There are no more tickets, either standing or sitting. Which also reminds me to say that if you do have a ticket for that and you can no longer make it, then please get in touch, because I have a list of people who are after tickets for the Friday night, and I can most certainly get you your money back on that. So moving on from that then to the Saturday. Now actually we've sold as many tickets for the Saturday Expo as we did last year now. And last year we had to cut it off because, you know, you got to make a decision on how many people you're allowed to let in, what's safe, what's comfortable in being able to move around. And we decided that was about 150 last year, but we've just gone through that for ticket sales on the Saturday, but we've decided to push it a bit further because we thought we could safely fit a few more people in, but just like the Friday night, it could sell out. So if you're thinking about coming, if you've thought about it and gone, well, maybe I'll think about it in a couple of weeks, don't think about it in a couple of weeks. Get yourself over to the website and buy a ticket now before they all go, because they did last year, and I had dozens of people who were very, very disappointed that they'd left it too late and hadn't bought a ticket. So don't be one of them. Buy a ticket now. So during the day, what is that about? Well, that's the expo. That's the point where we turn the hall of the Norwich Arts Centre over to manufacturers, threaded throughout with some rather exciting, unique, potentially, performances. So who's going to be there? Well, I've got a list here somewhere. Well, we've got Korg, Arturia, Buchla, Erica Synths, DPW, Dreadbox, AM Synths, RYK Modular, Expert Sleepers, Nobular, Making Sound Machines, MIDI Cake, Modular Perfection, Officia del Mastista, PWM, Befaco, Rides in the Storm, Voltage Vibes, Apollo View, just to mention a few. With a bit of luck, also Stylophone should be there. They haven't 100% confirmed with me yet because they happen to be at NAMM at the moment. They said we'll talk about it when we get back. But but all being well, Stylophone will be here with their brand new DS2 synthesizer. Possibly the first time that's ever been seen. Will Korg bring the 3300 FS, the full-size polyphonic behemoth that they've had at NAMM? I don't know. I can't promise that yet. We're going to have to see. But a lot of their other new stuff will absolutely certainly be there. And around that, we've got some community contributions in the shape of the Pro Synth Network. Robbie will be there, hopefully with an enormous synthesizer. Mike Gorman is bringing his collection of synths just to show about the place and let people play on. The Norwich Synth Club will be there, telling you all about their current activities, along with the electronic music open mic people. YouTube channelers Take the Fear Out of the Gear are going to be there, having a bit of a lark, I imagine. And also our local PMT music shop is also going to have a table on which they're just going to stick out a whole bunch of synths that probably won't be there in any other form. And you can spend the whole day milling about, checking these things out, trying stuff, talking to the manufacturers, thinking to yourself, what could I put my money on? Now, I mentioned performances, and we have some super ones during the day, starting off with Hardwired. Barry is the guy who runs the electronic music open mic in Norwich every month, has done for years. He's fantastic. And he does a little thing called Hardwired where he makes some really cool tunes. So he's going to be kicking us off with a quick performance in the morning. Following on from him will be Tristan Burfield, who's a fabulous local artist who does all sorts of weird gaming, 8-bit, pixelated, crazy smashing ups of different sorts of music and sound and samples and loops and tunes. and he is undoubtedly going to keep us entertained. Then following on from that is that weird thing we do that's called the All-Star Patch-Off. Now, this is when we get together a bunch of modular people and force them to collaborate, to improvise in pairs for 15 minutes for your entertainment. So coming up this year, we have myself, of course, Steve Davis, Gaz Williams, Milo Melodies, Jason Jervis and Nina Richards. Now Nina's from Transistor Sound Labs, and Transistor Sound Labs are also going to be there with a table showing us their wonderfully acidy modules. And the general idea is that kind of on the hour, every hour, we have this performance of some sort going on that will just take us through the day. And then finally in the evening we have the gig, the big gig, headlining our Blancmange, 80s favourites, Blancmange. That should be fantastic. Backing up them is Ultramarine, an eclectic electric duo. But before all of that, in the warm-up half hour before it all kicks off, will be myself, Gaz Williams and Milo Melodies doing a bit of a modular trio. It's never to be seen again. Unlikely ever to have been seen before. 3 crazy modular people winging it in an improvised 30-minute jam. Not to be missed. Not to be missed. There are still tickets available for the evening. It's 25 quid a pop. During the day for the expo, the tickets for that are £12. And finally then, that brings us to Sunday. Sunday is DIY day. Now we've decided to put on a few workshops to give you an opportunity to build a module, to build one, to solder it together yourself, because DIY is a massively important and fruitful part of Eurorack, which enables us to do it more cheaply and to also get involved in the actual creation of the circuits as opposed to just the creation of the music. It's a marvellous thing. I absolutely love doing DIY projects, and so you have an opportunity to come and try it out for yourself. Spaces are very limited. There are 3 workshops in total. There's 1 being run by Befaco and 2 being run by Thonk. Now Befaco, you can build anything that's in their current range, something like an effects boy, a Molten motion meter, the even VCO, the crush delay, something along those lines, and you'll have 3 to 4 hours to put that together under their expert supervision. Or Thonk are putting on 2 workshops, each one about 2 hours long, and in that you'll be able to build something like the 8MU little music thing controller. You can build the twin drive or the mini drive Moog filter saturation circuit, or you could build one of the microphonies contact touch strange CV generator. The important thing is you get over to the Norwich Arts Centre website, pick your workshop slot and book it. There are only 5 places left on the Befaco one, and there's 6 places on one of the Thonks and 4 left on the other. So don't delay. Get in there. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be there. I'll be there to serenade you, to play a little bit of modular, to generally have a good time. Gaz says he fancies building something, so he's going to get in there and do a bit of that. The rest of us will just sort of be hanging out, having a nice time, eating donuts, drinking coffee. That's the style. That's the way we roll for the Sunday. The cost of the workshops varies. The Thonk ones are 12 quid and the Befaco ones are £17.50. That's per person per ticket. But then what you have to do is go to Thonk, go to Befaco and say, this is the module I'd like to build. And then you buy the kit, they'll bring it with them and they'll show you how to do that. And at the end of the workshop, you'll end up with a beautifully handmade module and a whole load more knowledge and a sudden desire to buy yourself a soldering iron. It's going to be a great time. So looking forward to it. Can't wait. I can't wait to get there. I can't wait to see you at it. In the meantime, go and make some tunes.